it's Jody here and welcome back to my channel, or hello for the very first time. This is going to be my first ever Friday chat and I'm a little bit excited about it. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, and a subject matter that I know all too well, is what is medical leave really like? So there's a difference. When you're on short-term medical leave and you have like sort of a return to work date, and nobody questions it. But when you're in a situation like me where it's depending on treatments and progression of my disease and a whole bunch of other factors whether or not I can come back to work, there's an open-ended date on that. So we don't know when. We have no idea when or if or how or what kind of restrictions I will have, if any, to be able to return back to work, and that makes things a little bit more difficult. So what happens? This is what I hear the most. Oh, I wish I didn't have to work like you. Oh, so you stay at home, you don't have a job? I guess your husband's the breadwinner now. These are the kind of comments, or, you know, maybe not that blatant, but are suggested to you. My husband and I joke around all the time and call myself the jobless bum, but it's done in good heartedness. I'm like, yeah, I went shopping with your money because I'm a jobless bum. The real thing, though, is that I do bring in an income. I have long-term disability, so I do still bring into an income into the house. It is reduced from what it was before. However, I am still contributing to the household's income, so I'm technically not a jobless bum. The other thing that people don't really seem to understand is that because I'm off work on medical leave does not mean that I don't want to go back to work. Lots of times it's like, oh, well, that's nice. You can go on holidays whenever I get, yeah, okay, here's some of the other things I get. Oh, that's nice. You can travel whenever you want. You don't have to book off holidays. Oh, that's great. Your schedule's open-ended, blah, blah, blah. People automatically assume like it's a holiday. Like I can go and do whatever I want whenever I want to. Not true. I can't get up and go. I can't. And the other thing that's really restrictive is that it's not really safe for me to travel by myself. So I've got a husband who works full-time. Where am I gonna go by myself? I can't go by myself. So a lot of times that is a lot of confusion. Like people think it's a bloody holiday. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. There are no restrictions. And there's tons. There's tons of restrictions. Other than days off, scheduling my days off, there is actually more restrictions on what I can do and when I can do it when you're on medical, well, for me personally on medical leave, than there ever was when I was working. It's kind of a bizarre thing because I am constantly medical appointments, treatments. Right now I'm on kind of a I call it quarantine. That's a little dramatic. I'm not under quarantine. The treatment that I was on wipes out my immune system. Not entirely, not all of it, but most of it. So it makes me very, very susceptible to bacteria, to funguses, to viruses. So I'm not allowed to be in crowds. I also have to like wash my hands all the time. I am supposed to avoid a whole schwack ton of foods, and some of the foods are like my favorite foods. So I'm really restricted on my diet right now. So no crowds, no sick people, limited amount of company who comes has to wash their hands and be really, really sanitary, cannot be starting to get sick or at the tail end of being sick. So it's really, really restrictive that way. The kind of season that it is, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas, it's a holiday season, so I can't do holiday parties. I can't go to the concerts. I can't go to shows. There's no movie theaters for me. I'm not allowed to go to my Christmas party. I'm not allowed to hang out with the family right now, and that's the hardest part. Is a lot of people think that medical leave would be handy. You would get so much done and you'd have all this free time, and you do in a sort, but at the same time man, it is stinking lonely. It might be different if I was on medical leave and I was a little older, because I would have friends who were retired and around, but even when I'm not on under quarantine. I'm calling it quarantine. When I'm not under quarantine or house arrest, no one's around. Everyone in my age group has obligations. They've got children. They've got, some of my friends are in university or school or college. A lot of my friends have full-time jobs. They're working. So most of the time during the week, it's just me. I'm all by myself. Well, I'm not all by myself. I got Axel and Murphy, but it's not like we're having a deep conversation about the world's troubles. Like, the extent of our conversation is, get your ball, get your ball. No, yes, good boy, bad boy. Don't eat the cat. Don't hump the cat. Get off of the cat. Oh my God, don't pee there. That's the conversation. We're not getting philosophical down here with a 4-month-old pug. Or any pug, for that matter. That would just be weird. That would just be really weird if you were getting philosophical with your dog. Yeah, weird. Sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent. So, medical leave is lonely. It's lonely and it's boring. And it means that I have time to be able to film without feeling stressed, which is nice. But there's only so much TV you can watch. There are only so many movies you can watch. There's only so many video games you can play. There's only so much you can do before it just becomes mundane and things that you used to enjoy are less enjoyable. Like, I used to love sitting down, like having a day off, having a totally chilled day off, hanging out in my PJs or in relaxed, comfy clothes, hanging out, watching movies all day, eating snacks, you know, just chilling, maybe playing some video games, maybe going for a walk, which I'm not allowed to do right now. But the joy of those things, those relaxing things that you think when you're working that you would love to have all this time to be able to do, it's gone. It's gone. It's not fun anymore. It's not enjoyable anymore. And it gets really, really hard on the relationship with your spouse because you've been alone all freaking day, and you guys know I'm a talker. He's been with people all day. So we used to both come home and be like, oh, it's relaxing, it's chill, we'd talk, but it wasn't like, blah, 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 blah. Now he gets home from work and he doesn't get his chill time because I'm like, oh my God, there's a human being. Blah, 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 blah. How was your day? What's going on? Oh my God, I saw this on the news. Verbal diarrhea because I'm just so excited to have somebody, anybody to talk to. So that's hard. And then when we have a day where he wants to just have a chill day and he wants to sit and watch movies and stuff, I'm like, okay, you want to go for a drive? Because I'm allowed to go for a drive. I'm not around people. Do you want to go for a drive? No. Oh, okay. So now he's enjoying his downtime and I'm like, I finally have a person around and this is what we're doing. Like, I'm bored. I don't want to, this is what I do all the time. I don't want to do this anymore. The plus sides, though, to being on medical leave is my house is clean. I would lick the floor. Well, maybe not lick the floor. I have a puppy. But I would eat off my floor. My fridge is super clean. Like, things are super crazy, crazy clean, which is good because I get bored and I scrub because I got nothing else to do. So I scrub. But the other thing is everybody assumes because you're off work that you're doing a lot of things that you enjoy. These don't let me do that. My hands, these little bastards right here, don't let me do that. Other strange things that happen when you're off work and really bored and all alone is you basically watch the soap opera that is your neighborhood. I know everyone's friends' cars, I know whose family, I know when my neighbor girl is not dating anyone anymore or when she has a new boyfriend. I know when you guys have partied. I know when you've mowed your lawn. I know when you forgot to put your garbage out. And I questioned, should I go grab their garbage can for them? They forgot to put it out. That's what happens. You're home alone and you're limited on what you can do. So you start to like obsess about everything. Everything. Things that don't matter. Things that never drove me nuts in the past drive me nuts now. The sound of people opening and shutting their doors. I have one neighbor down the street that opens their door, shuts their door, open their door, shut the door, open their door, shut the door. And I'm like this freaking close to going down there and yelling at them, just saying, in or out, make a fucking decision. Because I can't handle this anymore. It's strange things like that that start to set you crazy. Now, when I'm over my quarantine, it'll be nice. I'll be able to go out. I can go for coffee with people. I can maybe do some shopping. I could go do the grocery shopping maybe on a good day. There's lots of things that I will be able to do. I'll get to go visit my sister. She lives like about 40-45 minutes away. I can drive over and see her. That's not too far of a drive for me on a good day. I can go visit her. I can see some of my girlfriends. I can maybe catch a movie with some people or go to a matinee by myself. I don't have a problem going to the movie theater by myself. Never have. I've done it. I do it all the time. Used to anyways, not now. Because I'm not allowed. But yeah, my husband wouldn't want to go see a movie. I'd go see a movie without him. It never bothered me. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I can sit there. We sit in the silence in the dark anyways. It's fine if I'm all by myself. It makes no difference. I'm gonna tell him about the movie anyways, whether he was there with me or not. So that's all I'm saying is that when you see someone or know someone or talk to someone who is on medical leave, understand that medical leave is not a vacation. It's not a holiday, it's not a joyous time, and a lot of times it's filled with a lot of boredom, a lot of loneliness, and a lot of just starting to feel like you're going crazy. Like you're going a little bit crazy. I find myself talking to myself in the house and nobody's here. I'm just carrying on a bloody conversation and nobody's here. And then you're like, no one's here. Who the hell am I talking to? You know, like I'm this close to getting a freaking volleyball and naming it Wilson so I have somebody to hang out with during the day other than my dog. It's a really weird situation to be in. So please, when you know someone on medical leave, don't walk up to them and say, oh, how nice, I wish I didn't have to work. Oh, I wish I had all that time to do things. Oh, that must be nice. Hi, baby. That must be nice. You can go, you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. It's just not, it's not the case. Oh, psst. Also, just assume because someone looks okay and they look fine and they're on medical leave that they're faking it. Oh, that one drives me nuts. I'm not faking it. I look normal. I don't look sick. I don't look sick. But today I'm using a cane, so I don't look sick, but I am, and that's the situation for a lot of people. I think I'll do another future video maybe on down the road about invisible illness and what that's like. All right, well that's it. That's pretty much all I had to say. If you guys have ever been on medical leave and dealt with this sort of thing, if you know someone on medical leave and maybe you're guilty of saying those things, we don't hate you. We're not mad at you. Like, it's not like you're going to non-medical leave hell because you said something to us. But if you've been guilty of the misconception, I'll be honest, I was guilty of the misconception of it and how wonderful and nice it probably would be until it actually happened to me. So I was totally guilty of that. I know better now, but I was totally guilty of that. So please let me know in the comments down below. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, dilemmas, any topics that you would like me to cover in the future, or any names for our Friday chats, please let me know in the comments down below. And otherwise, guys, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And as always, guys, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you all next time.